But I know that you're a volunteer, and because we all admire Marie Curie so much, I was wondering that when you're a volunteer and you go into a situation where you know that somebody's got a limited life, how do you build up that relationship, and how do you cope with the, you know, the passion and the compassion of it?
I think it was like you're saying, and you know, it's a wonderful role that you play, and one of the joys of the role is you get so close to people. You know, you'll visit them for up to 3 hours every week, and over the months you're visiting them, you really get to know this person. You hear about their lives, their families, and it's a wonderful privilege, and I got so much out of it. But obviously you have to accept that for this particular person, you're not going to be visiting them forever. And I think the way I've coped with it is through what Marie Curie's offered, because before you take on the role, you have a fantastic training. It's very intense, and you look at many things, but one of the things we really explore in depth is loss, grief and bereavement, and the effect it's going to have on us as a helper when we've thought that we might be going to lose this person at some point. Yes. So with that sort of behind you, you know, you're preparing yourself, but that doesn't mean so you enjoy all the run-up to it. And, you know, when I visited my last lady, it was just fantastic.
But you used a word, actually. You used the word privilege.
It is a privilege.
And actually, when it comes to losing somebody, in a strange sense, it is a privilege to actually be there, isn't it? And to know that person right to the end.
And you said they do train you to
the training,
to be able to answer the questions and get them in the right, which I think is marvellous, because it's all very well going there for 3 hours, but if you don't know what to say and you haven't had the training, it will be very difficult. Very difficult to accept it.
Anne Brady sitting next to you, Bruce, is that Anne's worked with Marie Curie for 15 years now, and Anne goes to people's houses from sort of 10 o'clock of a night till 7 o'clock in the morning to give the families respite and everything. But when I was reading your notes, and it was telling a story about how someone that was dying, a man was dying, and he couldn't bring himself to talk to his family about his last wishes and how he wanted to be buried.
I look after people in Worcestershire and in Birmingham. Yes. And this gentleman was asleep when I got to the house, but he woke up and I was actually doing some writing, and he asked if I would do some writing for him, and what he wanted me to document was his wishes for his funeral, the type of hearse, the hymns that he wanted. Dearly wanted his eldest granddaughter to be there. She was 13 at the time, and was for the family to decide about the rest of the grandchildren. And I said to him, well, haven't you talked to your family? And it was more the family that didn't want to broach the subject.
Yes,
it would be
they push it away. Emotional. They always tend to push it away. I might see you after we've finished. For goodness sake.
I just wanted to ask